call Allah Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Havakar. Want to give double honor to the apostle of GMS who rule and teach by us. Say Shalom required to the hopeful elect. Alright, it's your brother Karat Design, okay? Alright, back with another lesson through the spirit power Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Alright. And I want to talk about Solomon Northup described a slave auction, okay? Alright, first let me get this scripture, okay? Because these things have happened to you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians, right? And it's for a specific reason, all right? Deuteronomy 28:15, but it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee, okay? Did the children of Israel listen unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? Let's go read another scripture and find out. All right. All right. This is Jeremiah. I'm gonna start at 19, and then I'm gonna get into the lesson. All right. Great and counsel and mighty in work for thine eyes are open upon all the ways of the Son of Men, to give everyone according to his ways and according to the fruits of his doings. All right. So, hey, we got what we deserved according to our ways, and our ways were not listening to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Shai. All right, verse 20, which hath set signs and wonders in the land of Egypt, even unto this day, and in Israel among other men, and has made thee a name as at this day. And the name of the Lord is Yahweh, man, and his son name is Yahweh Shai. Okay, all right. And the signs that he has set in Egypt today, man, all right, especially amongst Israel, man, all right, is the waking up of his people, man, okay, all right, through the preaching of his truth, okay, through the preaching of his word, okay, most importantly, through the spirit, man, okay, all right, verse 21, and has brought forth thy people, Israel, out of the land of Egypt with signs and wonders, and with a strong hand, and with a stretched out arm, and with great terror, okay? All right, the Lord's going to do that again this time, man, in second Exodus, okay, which is coming up, all right? It's like I didn't mean to click on that. And it's going to be more terrifying than the first, okay? But that's not this lesson, all right? And has given them this land which thou didst swear to their fathers to give them, a land flowing with milk and honey. All right, here's the point, and here's the point. All right, let me read this. And they came in and possessed it, but they obeyed not thy voice. Okay, we didn't obey the voice of the Lord. Okay, and who was the voice of the Lord? The prophets, man, because Yahweh Shem Shai ain't coming down here to speak unto us. All right, when Yahweh Shai comes, he coming to destroy, man. All right, he came and spoke. All right, he came and did the will of his Father. All right, save the nation Israel. All right, through dying on the cross, all right? Neither walked in thy law. They have done nothing of all that thou commanded. So we didn't do not one thing, all right? That of all that thou hast commanded them to do. Therefore thou hast caused all this evil to come upon them, okay? And we about to go into the evil over here. All right, Solomon Northup describes a slave auction. All right, let's go on to who Solomon Northup is right quick. Solomon Northup was an American abolitionist. All right, somebody that was against slavery, right? And the primary author of the memoir 12 Years a Slave, 12 Years a Slave, a freeborn Israelite. Okay, that's nobody's African American. Okay, all right. From New York, he was the son of a free slave and a free woman of color, a farmer and a professional violinist. Northup had been a landowner in Hebron, New York. All right, just a little bit about him. All right, now let's get into this. All right, in the first place, we are required to wash thoroughly, and those with beards to shave. Okay, all right, that's unlawful. Okay. Supposed to have beards, all right? They shall not make, Leviticus 21:5, they shall not make baldness upon the head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cutting in the flesh. The point of me reading that is this right here. Shall not shave the corner of their beards, okay? All right, causing the men, all right, to go off against the will and the laws of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, moving on. We were then furnished with a new suit, each cheap but clean. The men had hat, coat, shirts, pants, and shoes. The women frocks of calico and handkerchiefs to bind about their heads. Okay, we were now conducted into a large room in the front part of the building, to which the yard was attached in order to to be properly trained before the admission of customers. All right. The men were arranged on one side of the room, the women at the other. The tallest was placed at the head of the row, then the next tallest, and so on in order of their respective heights. Emily was at the foot of the line of women. Freeman, Theophilus Freeman, owner of the slave pen, charged us to remember our places, exhorted us to appear smart and lively, sometimes threatening us, and again holding out various inducements. Okay, inducements. All right, let's look that up. Inducement, a thing that persuades or influences someone to do something. All right, so a whip. Okay, all right, something that probably brought pain to those Israelites. Okay, to get them to act in order. All right, but let me get a scripture. No, it's not. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. It's locking. All right. During the day, he exercised us in the art of looking smart. Yeah, and of moving to our places with exact precision. After being fed in the afternoon, we were again paraded and made to dance. All right. All right, this is Psalms 44 and 14. Thou makest us a byword among the heathen, shaking of the head among the people. All right. We had to, play a part and look in a certain way, okay, to be sold off, right? Uh, if some of us wasn't deemed worthy to be looked at as, oh, this individual is intelligent, they had us playing the part of looking smart, man. Okay, it says he exercised us in the art of looking smart. All right. Lo and behold, we taught the so-called white man how to, bathe himself, so on and so forth, man. All right. Way before these times. All right. But moving on, uh, Bob, a colored boy who had sometime belonged to Freeman, played on the violin. Standing near him, I made bold to inquire if I could play the violin, if he could play the Virginia reel. He answered he could not, and asked me if I could play. Replying in the affirmative, he handed the violin. I struck up a tune and finished it. Freeman ordered me to continue playing and seemed well pleased, telling Bob that I far exceeded him, a remark that seemed to grieve my musical companion very much. Okay, you know, continuing on. Next day, customers called to examine Freeman's lot. The latter gentleman was very loquacious, okay, dwelling at much length upon several good points and qualities. All right, I think that word is like talkative, okay? Yep, tending to talk a great deal, talkative, right? Dwelling at much length upon our several good points and qualities. All right, looking on, the Israelite man and woman. Okay, talking about all, this, that, and the third, how they would make, good slaves based on this and that. All right. He would make us hold up our heads, walk briskly back and forth, while customers would feel of our hands and of our arms and bodies, turn us about, ask us what we could do, make us open our mouths and show our teeth, precisely as a jockey examines a horse which he is about to barter for or purchase. Sometimes a man or a woman was taken back to the small house in the yard, stripped and inspected more minutely. Scars upon a slave's back were considered evidence of a rebellious and unruly spirit and hurt himself. Right? Let me get some more scriptures, man. Okay. Because this is how they did us, man. All right. They did us this way because we didn't keep the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord, man. All right. All right. This is Psalms 106 and 40. Therefore was the wrath of Yahweh by Shemel Shai kindled against his people. All right, the Lord's people, man, Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. All right, it's so much that he abhorred his own inheritance. Okay, and he gave them into the hand of the heathen, and they that hated them ruled over them. All right, who's ruling over us now? Individual that hate us, man. Okay, it all goes back to Cain and Abel, and Jacob and Esau, man. All right. Their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hand. All right, being paraded back and forth, told to lift up your heads. Okay, open up your mouth to see, what it is that you got in your mouth, and what it is that you can speak on, what it is that you can do. Okay, taken to a different yard in a small house and stripped and inspected. Okay, all right, shows that you are under subjection under the hands of the heathen, man. Okay. Many times did he deliver them. All right, how about Shemal Shah always delivers, man, okay? All right. But again, we went off. But they provoked him with their counsel, did our own thing, man, okay? And were brought low for their iniquity. This is being brought low, man, okay? All right. Right here, he would, this whole paragraph, man. All right, this is us being brought low, man, okay? All right, this is what happened to your forefathers, man, all right? This is what happened to your people, man, all right? This is what happened to you, man, okay? All right. All right. This is just talking about music right here, man. This ain't nothing. It's just talking about music, man. I'm gonna skip this, all right? Because it's just talking about his musical talents, man, all right? And somebody wanted to buy him, all right? But he didn't get bought. That's not the point of this, okay? All right. David and Caroline were purchased together by a Natchez planter, all right? They left us grinning broadly and in a most happy state of mind. All right, they were purchased together. That's why they was happy, man. All right, caused because hey, we were split up, man. All right, as I'm gonna get into. All right, caused by the fact of their not being separated. Seth was sold to a planter of Baton Rouge, her eyes flashing with anger as she was led away. The same man also purchased Randall. The little fellow was made to jump and run across the floor and perform many other feats, exhibiting his activity and condition. All right. Again, showing that we are in a low condition, man. All right. The Lord brought us low, man, and we ain't nothing but a laughing stock, man, to these people. This is Lamentations 3 and 14. I was a derision to all my people and their song all the day long, man. This is how we was a derision, man. All right, this is how we was a derision, man. Look at this, man. This kid, okay, all right, was made to jump and run across the floors and perform many other feats, exhibiting his activity and condition. The Lord brought us low, man, okay? How about Shemal Shai? Brought us low because we didn't, as I had read in Jeremiah, man, we didn't do what it is that he commanded us to do, as it says, in Deuteronomy 28:15. If you don't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, these curses are going to come upon you, and these are the curses that came upon us, man, all right? All the time, all right? All the time, all the time the trade was going on, Alyssa was crying aloud and wringing her hands. She besought the man not to buy him unless he also bought herself and Emily. She promised in the case to be the most faithful slave that ever lived. All right. The man answered that he could not afford it, and then Alyssa burst into a paroxysm of grief. All right. Let's look at what that word is and how to properly say it. All right. All right. It ain't plain word. I don't know, but it's paroxysm. Okay. All right. A sudden attack or violent expression of a peculiar emotion or activity. All right. So she was going through it. All right. Weeping plaintively, Freeman turned round to her savagely with his whip. Okay. What's that inducive item? Okay. All right. In his uplifted hand, with his whip in his uplifted hand, ordering her to stop her noise or he would flog her. He would not have such work, such sniveling. Unless she ceased that minute, he would take her to the yard and give her 100 lashes. Okay, all right, that's wicked, man. You know, you're supposed to get 40 lashes, all right, according to the law. All right. Yes, he would. Yes, he would take the not. He would. Yes, he would take the nonsense out of her pretty quick. If he didn't, might he be the. All right. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. Okay. Alyssa. All right. All right. Shrunk before him and tried to wipe away her tears, but it was all in vain. She wanted to be with her child, with her children. She said the little time she had to live, all the frowns and threats of Freeman could not wholly silence the afflicted mother. All right, she was about to be separated from her child. Man. All right, we'll get some precepts after I finish reading. This is, you know, proving that you so-called Negroes, all right, Latinos and Native American Indians, all right, are the Israelites, man. All right, we'll back it up with scripture, man. All right, she kept on begging and beseeching them most piteously not to separate the three. All right, the mother, the two kids, man, okay, Emily and Randall, all right. Over and over again, she told them how she loved her boy. A great many times she repeated her former promises. All right, was her former promise that she'd be the best and faithful slave ever. All right, how very faithful and obedient she would be. How hard she would labor day and night to the last moment of her life if he would only buy them altogether. But it was of no avail. The man could not afford it. The bargain was agreed upon. Randall must go alone. Then Eliza, ran to him, embraced him passionately, kissed him again and again, told him to remember her, all the while her tears falling in the boy's face like rain. All right, let me get some precepts, man, because this was, because we didn't do right by the Lord, man. All right, and it's all in Deuteronomy 28, man. This is part of the curses, man. Okay, all right. All right, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 32. Thy sons and daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. That lady is like, hey, look, she's like, I'm gonna work, all the day long, be a faithful slave. You could just buy us all. She didn't have any might in her hand, man. All right. The Lord Yahweh Shemal Shai did this. Most importantly, man, all right, first and foremost, all right, the fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. All right, who's that nation? You Edomites, man. All right, over here in America. Okay? All right, we didn't know them. All right, because time went on and things happened in the sense of history. All right, and thou shalt only be oppressed and crushed always. Okay, all right. This was crushing to that woman, man. This was oppressive to that woman, and we are being crushed and oppressed today, man. Okay, all right. 34. So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eye, which thou shalt see. See your kids being taken away from you, man. Okay, all right. That's a crushing. That's a crushing thing. All right. Let me skip down to 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. That's what happened to this mom's kid, man. Okay, they was probably all separated, man. Okay, all right. We know the kid Randall was separated from his mother and his sister, man. Okay, and that woman couldn't do anything. All right, let me finish reading. Freeman damned her, calling her a blubbering, boiling wench, and ordered her to go to her place and behave herself and be somebody. All right, well, that dude don't know that she's an Israelite, man, okay? All right. He swore he wouldn't stand such stuff but a little longer. He he would soon give her something to cry about if she would not mighty careful, if she was not mighty careful, and that she might depend upon it. The planter from Baton Rouge was his new purchase, but his new purchase was ready to depart. Don't cry, Mama. I'll be a good boy. Don't cry, said Randall, looking back as they passed out of the door. Let me read this again. Deuteronomy 28:41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. What has become of the lad? Oh, all right, we know the name of God is Yahweh. Yahweh knows, okay? It was a mournful scene indeed. I would have cried myself if I had dared, okay? All right. So look, man, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man, y'all are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man. All right. And Lord will, I go through here and do another lesson out of this encyclopedia of slavery in the United States. Okay. But with that, I want to say, Barakateh Hawa, Barakateh Hawa Shai, Barakateh Hawa, Barakateh Hawa Shai, Barakateh Hawa, Ba'Shem Hawa Shai, Ba'Shem Hawa Kakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles of GMS who will teach well and Shalom, according to the hopeful elect. Kwame Yasharala and the Bob Ball, Death to America, Shalom.